Hi, this is Steve Sorenson at Phillips Chevrolet in Frankfort, Illinois. I'm the commercial manager here at the dealership. I just wanted to show you how some of my heavy duty or medium duty 45, 55, and 6500 chassis come to me from the Navistar plant in Ohio. This is basically a bare bones 5500, and this is a two-wheel drive unit, and the way I order my bare bones two-wheel drive units are I always put traction control tires in the back, and I also put highway controls in the front. So as you can see on these Navistar frames, this is a flat frame, flat top frame, and upfitters absolutely love to be able to work with the flat top frame because it gives them so much. It's easier for them to be able to put their bodies on it and mount their bodies on it, so they don't have to deal with any other things that are getting in the way. So this is an Allison Transmission that's back here, and there's no PTO in this particular unit, but if there is PTO in the unit, PTO drive is right behind on the right side of this transmission down here. So let's go to the front of the truck really quick. Really easy cab access to these diesels. This is a Duramax 6.6 liter engine, and it's paired with this is a 5500, so this has probably got a 2750 Allison behind it, and it's very easy to just lift these up. And this hood is actually made out of fiberglass, so it's going to give you a really long life, no rust and stuff like that in it. But what's nice about this forward tilting hood is the fact that if you ever need to do work on these trucks, it's easy access. All you need to do is just take this air box off it, take that sleeve off right here, and you basically have access to all your injectors and anything that you might need to get at if you ever need to. So it just saves time for any mechanic that's got to get into it and start working on it. But these Duramaxes have been just bullets. Ever since 2017, they reconfigured their turbo to separate the cooling air coming in. They redesigned their turbo in 2017, and what it's allowed to do is allow that turbo to run at a cooler temperature, which doesn't cause it to overheat anymore. They were having some turbo problems before 2017 that they addressed and re-engineered it. We've had a very good success with these turbos since then. So Duramax has been, we've been partnered with Isuzu for decades, and Isuzu is the company that actually makes the Duramax for Chevrolet. And paired with an Allison Transmission. Allison Transmission on this unit is a lifetime guarantee on it. This is a 1750. I think it's programmed probably highway. And the only difference between a highway programming and a rugged duty or an ambulance or a motorhome programming is basically how the vehicle shifts. It's the same transmission, same gears, same blocks. It's just the way the transmission shift. It always costs more money to do an ambulance transmission because they're worked harder and they work at a higher speed. So what they do is they collect extra money for that ambulance programming to allow for their warranty program to take care of the vehicle as if ever needed. So it's nice about this. You've got on a two-wheel drive unit, this front tire actually has a 50-degree cut on it. If you do a four-wheel drive unit, the front transfer case actually inhibits the tire from turning so much. I think you go down to about a 45-degree turning ratio. So the two-wheel drive units of the Silverado medium duty class will actually turn tighter than your four-wheel drives. So it's easy to put these things down, and all you gotta do is just lift this little handle up over here, and we won't get it on film, but it's just a little handle that you click up here, and basically one hand actually can set this thing down. You can pick it up with one hand, lower it with one hand. It's very light, and then you just strap it back into place. So this is a factory ordered truck that I did for a company here in the Chicagoland area. And what you can opt for, he likes to have the chrome bumpers and the chrome bumper and the chrome grille. And then what he does is he always changes his tires or his wheels. But what I do is I put highway Continentals on the front, I put tractions on the back. And then these are just basically steel wheels and steel platforms right here. This is your DEF tank right here. That'll hold, I think, 5.5 gallons of DEF. And when I do my retail stock units, I generally opt for the Alcoa aluminum rims and these aluminum side steps. It's probably about a $1,200 upgrade to put aluminum on the vehicle. I just think it adds longevity to the vehicle. So you've got power access to the back of the cab, so you can do any upfit to it that you need to. This is a 45-gallon fuel tank, and you also have the option to put a 25-gallon gas tank right in this area right here. Okay, so another thing that you can do is you can equip these vehicles with air brakes, and what happens is if you do an air brake system, this axle to the end of the frame distance has got to go out about 1.5 feet because the air brake system gets mounted in right behind these wheels. So another thing, if you do an air brake system, you got to do it in two-wheel drive only, because the air compressor that's mounted on the motor that drives the air to run the air brakes sits exactly where that four-wheel drive transfer case is. So you got to have one or the other. So a lot of different things you can do. When you go from a 4500 to a 5500, it's probably about a $3,000 upfit charge, or it's just an upcharge for it. And what it does, it just puts a bigger axle in the vehicle, adds some leaf springs to it, makes the front end a little bit beefier to it. So solid vehicle. You can sit down with the configurator with me. You can call me on the phone if you ever want to sit down and price out a truck or find out what capabilities you need to match with what your needs are. Feel free to give me a call. I'd be happy to sit down with you and talk. So just call me at your time. My name is Steve Sorenson at Phillips Chevrolet in Frankfort. Phone number is 815-469-2323. My extension number is 398. Appreciate your time. You guys have a great day.